quite meow properly, so if you hear any perfect meows, any stock standard cat meows, it's pretty much always going to be Gearman. She's still beeping? Yep, that is all she can do. So, you're probably wondering why I've brought you here. You're probably wondering why I don't have the gaming set up yet. And that's because I have an announcement first. Next week is my birthday. So, I'm doing something special. I'm going to be having I'm going to be streaming 4 days out of that week instead of the usual one. It'll be starting on Tuesday, the 2nd. And on the 2nd, I will be playing Hyper Light Drifter, which is my favorite game. Favorite game of all time. I haven't played it in a few years, so I'm probably going to be rusty, but I know the path, so it'll be fine. Then, on June 3rd, my actual birthday, I'm going to be shiny hunting, because you get the increased shiny chance as well as the chance for the chosen one tag to get on any Pokemon you catch on your birthday. And the hope is to get a shiny chosen one Cyndaquil. So hopefully we get that. If we finish early, like if we just get lucky and get it very quickly, we'll play Pokerogue. Then on Thursday, the 4th, I will be offline because that's my D&D days with my friends. So, I will be role-playing elsewhere. Then on Friday, I'm playing Repo again with my friends. My friends, just like last time, will be here. We will be playing Repo. And hopefully able to go a bit longer than last time. And then finally, on Saturday, the 6th, I will be playing Peak with my very own mod, Sunny. So, that's really the announcement. Just letting you know, I am going to be streaming a lot more next week, and I would very much appreciate if you guys would come by to hang out with me for my birthday. In the future, I would like to set it up so that it is a charity event, but I don't have any experience with that right now, so for now, we'll call it a practice round. But yeah, it should be fun. So, I hope to see you guys next week, but for now, I wanted an excuse to play more Vintage Story. So, that's what we're doing. I'm gonna make a new world just for playing on stream. I promise I won't play it off stream at all. And that's what we're gonna do. So let me swap over. Oh, first let me open the game. That's probably something I should do. Let's hope he doesn't keep that up all day. Alright. And let me turn the music back on. Alright. Alright. Let's make a new world. I already decided I'm just calling it Dreams. And it's pretty much gonna be on standard settings, except I don't like when I drop all of my inventory, so I'm keeping my inventory. I do this in Minecraft too, so. I'll leave all of this the same. I'll leave this all the same, this all the same, and then I'm gonna turn off class exclusive recipes in the auction house just because it's not a multiplayer, so any of that. Might be quiet tonight, but we'll see how that goes. Hey, that's fine. A lot of this is gonna be me figuring out where to build and struggling. So. Yeah, they made a lot of world generation changes in the last patch. For example, the like berry bushes are all different, and then they added the rapids for water wheels. So I was like, I kind of want to have that stuff, and then I also just want a world that I can exclusively leave for stream. And then we'll replay through the story content eventually, and then when the new story content comes out, we'll play it on this world together. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because, yeah, I'm on, like, year 5 on the other one, and you guys did not get to see pretty much a majority of that. A majority of that was on my own time. So, this world is just gonna be for stream. So you get to see all the progress, all of me falling from heights I should not be falling from while trying to build a house. So. And I have a new player model mod that doesn't that isn't overtuned as hell. In fact, it doesn't have any traits at all. So that'll be fun, and I'm very excited to use it because I've been watching the mod creator work on this for a couple of months now. I don't even know. It feels like a few months. They could have just made it. I don't know, I didn't check. I remember when it first went up, though, and that feels like at least 2 months ago. The music stopped, now it's just eerily quiet while it generates the world. Getting there. Man. I feel like these bots get more and more sophisticated trying to get around the safeguards, like, every week. At some point, they would just have to give up, right? Don't worry, it's getting there. See, I would have generated it before stream, but then I would have had to make my character. So, you can't close out of a world until you make your character. And I wanted to do that on stream because I haven't actually messed with this model's settings yet. So. To be fair, it is generating a 1 million by 1 million block world. That takes a lot, I'm sure. Yeah, I hope everybody had oh my god. I hope everybody has had a good week. Goodness. I am a little sleep deprived. So. How long can this character creator take? I always take forever in mine. Just did that in Red Dead Online last night. It depends. It's so for the most part, most of the character models are like, okay, here's a few like pattern options and then color swatches. So it's not like super sophisticated. It's not like a Dark Souls game or something where you can spend a good hour making your character look exactly how you want. It is still a voxel game. Sleep has been, as always, weird. Yeah, that's what I was about to actually get into. I'm a little bit sleep deprived today. Which, as you may have noticed, I've mentioned that the past several streams. I actually had an appointment today, and I got prescribed something that should help with the sleep. Because it's just getting worse. So we'll see if that works. We'll see if next week I seem any more rested. Um, yeah, because my doctor said that if this doesn't work, then she's gonna have to prescribe me something a bit harder for it. So. Okay. Okay, so obviously we're not using that. We're using Featherborn. Okay. A randomly generated one sure is a look. Okay, so we have Avian, which are just like your stock standard berry eating bird, probably. So elegant folk who resemble humans with the head and legs of a bird and feathered arms. These wings are often vestigial or ceremonial. Then there's Sindari, which are like geese. A harpy, which the harpies do look nice. And then the Raptori, which these ones are bugged out, so unfortunately not going to be using them. They did mention that on the page, so. Probably going to just do. Well, okay. I do want to look at the options for the harpy. And then I'm going to be a little bit shorter, because I just like being shorter. So that there's a Goose Folk option. Yeah, it's really nice. They just added that, and I was like, I wouldn't have thought of that myself. I love having the options. Oh, they've got like different size wings and stuff. I know the Harpy is the most finished one so far, because this one's still in development. But I was just like, I want to use it because it's really cool. Okay, so let's see. I'm not gonna get exact colors because I'd have to pull up reference for that. But we'll try to get the colors for Ghoul. Let's see what we can do. And that's pretty much dead on. Arm feathers. We just copy this color. No, that's not how that works. Let's type it. ECBOEP. Okay. Tail. Short or long. I like long. We'll do the... I mean, technically, ghouls are like a dark purple. It's like the dark purple and then it becomes black at the end and transparent. We'll just do that. And then the head feather options. Got owl, crest, secretary. Owl's most accurate. We'll do that one. Do you have a pic of Ghoul on a transparent background you can send me? Not asking for any particular reason and certainly not for shitposting at you. Well, I certainly do. If you might be on mobile, but there's a link for Ghoul's Toy House page down below where there's a bunch of picture references of the art that I've done and other people have done of Ghoul. But if you can't get to that on mobile, I will send it to you on Discord in a minute. Here. Let me get the... I wish I could do the gold. What would the gold look like if I tried to do gold? It looks weird. Okay. We'll do the darker purple. 9A4FBF. Okay. Hopefully we can change the color of the, like, hint later. Okay, and then the voice type, they added a bunch of custom ones. So, you have the usual, like, instrument ones, and then they added crow, hawk, goose, jay, and raven. So let's see. That is a crow. Hawk. That one is very quiet. Okay. Geese sound so silly. I forgot ravens sound like that. We'll do crow. Also, I totally forgot about the customization on this side, so let's... Ah! Okay, I see. Turn that off for right now. Short. No. Short spiky. That kind of works. I think that works. Okay. 9A 4F. Yeah. And then I don't really have anything else going on my head. As cool as it would be to have like a ponytail or something, I do not have that. I don't like that one. Okay, gold eyes. Oh, and they've got different pupils. Is there no pupil? No. Very rarely are there no pupil options, or at least an option where I can change the color of the pupil. These just expressions. Yeah, okay. Oh, we do tired. Oops. I did not mean to do that. Hang on. Tired. Because I am always tired. And then we'll just do black. Because I have a beak. And that's the best I can do. But yeah, they're supposed to be adding more options later. This is just like a proof of concept thing, almost, so. Okay. Hunter is my favorite class, and that's probably the one we're gonna end up going with. Yeah. I like being an archer. And that's kind of what they do. So that's what I'm gonna be. Oh! Is this bauxite? That's convenient, but also inconvenient. Okay, well, let's... we'll just keep all of that on for now. We did spawn right by a trader, though. Which the trader houses are different now. They used to just be the wagons. I need to turn the music down just a smidge. They used to just be like the caravan wagons, but now they have a bunch of different modules and stuff, and they have like actual houses. Down. Hey, buddy. Seen you around before you just wake up. I might still be dreaming. This ain't a dream, stranger. At least not one you'd like to be in. I've seen worse. It's not bad out here at all. Mind the Beast, though, and the Drifters. Okay, what's your name? Rob Ball. You're a furniture trader. I like your, beard. That qualifies as a beard, right? I don't have any money, but, you know. Good to talk. Okay. But yeah, I like the new, like, trader modules a lot. That was kind of like a thing with my, like, main world that I kind of lament, is that most of the trader houses are still just the caravans, because they're already generated. And if you go far enough out, you'll see, like, the new ones, but I like just seeing them, you know? I like seeing all of the builds and stuff. The devs, when they make builds for this game, do a really good job. I really enjoy what they come up with for builds and stuff. I'll go over here. Probably find sticks near the trees. So, in my 400 hours of playing this game since I bought it in late January, which is crazy, the last time I played a game this much was probably Terraria, where I put like 1,000 hours into it in a very short period of time. Bauxite, like having a bauxite desert here is awesome because I have a chance of finding fire clay. But no ore spawns in bauxite, so it has that downside. It's gonna add a lot of content. I'm still surprised by the depth of some of the systems in it. It was just January. Yeah, I got it January 20th, I think. At least if I remember when I made the payment from my thing. But yeah, I've only had it, I haven't even had it since last year. I got it this year. And yeah, the devs do add a lot of content. The fact that there was already like a new content update since I got the game was awesome. And I can't wait for the rest of the story because I'm very intrigued by what they've got going. So, there's another trader over there. That's a stick. Oh, those are foxes. Oh. Cranberry bush. My worst enemy. Is that clay up there? Yes. I'm actually shocked that I spotted that properly. That is enough for now. Yeah, and 400 hours in the game is honestly just a guess. Because, like, it tells me how much time I have in each individual world I've played, but then it doesn't tell me how much time I've spent in servers. And I do have a server that I play with a couple of friends. So, I don't know how much time I've spent on that server, but with my single player worlds combined, about 400 hours has been spent since January. And that is crazy for me. Because again, I don't think I've binged a game this hard since I picked up Terraria when I was still in high school. I don't think any game will ever come close to the amount of time I played in Minecraft. I would love to know how much time I've spent in Minecraft if it ever had like a time tracker. Oh my god, I used to just come home from school, even back when the game was still in beta, and just log on and just pretty much be on from the moment I was home. uh, Probably for the best that it doesn't. Yeah, but I am curious. It's probably a few thousand hours if I had to guess. If not more. Okay, let's make a knife. Oops. I scared those poor guys. Oh, that's a wolf. Please don't attack me. um, Sorry. Okay, what kind of trader is this? Treasure hunter. Well, I don't have any money, but good to know that you're here. Things are very... It's very hilly on this side, and then when you look the other way, it's just flat. So I guess I get to choose if I want to go over the hill or across the flat, which I'm gonna go across the flat just for ease of walking. It's something that I think would be really, really fun to do one day. And I'm not a speed runner by any means. I've never tried to speed run ever a day in my life. But something I think would be fun to do as, like, probably as, like, a special event thing for one reason or another. Like, I'd love to open Terraria and just see how quickly I can get to the Moon Lord. Because I know the path, and I know, like, what I need to do for everything in that game. Because I played it, like, religiously for an entire summer and then some, and I still open it every now and again and just, like, play it for a bit. So it's not like that knowledge is going anywhere. So it's like, I have the know-how to do something like that for one reason or another. I just don't have the actual technical skill of, like, a speedrunner. But I think that could be fun to do one day. Just to see what I could do. Just can extinguish torches. Alright. I'd speedrun Super Metroid, but I can finish it in about 3 hours else I played it. Yeah, like I said, I've never speedran anything, but I'm pretty confident that I could at least get somewhere in Terraria, like, in a quick amount of time. And I just think that would be fun to attempt to do. I think it's fun, especially when you've, like, played a game to death like that. I consider myself having played Terraria to death because I frankly am bored when I play it. I've pretty much seen everything the game has to offer. I've gotten the rarest item in the whole game twice. Where it's just like to give yourself some sort of limitation can be fun. Or just like set up those challenges. That's something that my brother does a lot. It was always really fun to watch. I think one of the first times I really, like, realized it was something that he did just for fun is, I remember once I went into his room. He had, like, his PlayStation and his own TV set up in his room so that he could play, like, on his stuff without disturbing everybody else. I remember I went in there to hang out with him, and he was playing Metal Gear Rising, and every, like, minute or so, he would be, like, in the middle of a fight, and then every minute or so, he would suddenly pause and restart, and I was like, what are you doing? Like, finally, after watching him for a while and, like, talking to him, which he was holding conversations with me, but, like, still fully focused on the game. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm going to beat all of the bosses in the game without getting hit once. Okay. And he did. And that was the first time that I really realized that that was something that he did often, because probably one of his favorite games of all time, aside from the Dark Souls series, because he loves Dark Souls, is Hotline Miami. He was on the leaderboard for Hotline Miami, and used to fight for the leaderboard spots on some of the levels for it. I remember he did a all melee run of that game. He knows the path, how to unlock all the secrets and stuff. The game came out, like it was re-released on like PlayStation 5 or something, and I remember the day that happened, he like immediately bought it. And then just non-stop beat the entire game in like 3 hours. I was like, you know how many times I die in these levels when I play Hotline Miami? And he was doing it without dying. Like, without even breaking a sweat, just doing it. And he does that with Mega Man levels as well. Like, that stuff's crazy. I don't have the ability to do that at all. But I do see why people do it, because it does seem like a fun challenge, if that is something that you're wanting to do to like spice up a game that you've played for a long time. I could never remember my grind of all A ranks on SA2 had so many frustrated level restarts where Tony Hawk messed up a combo or something. Yeah, that's fair. That's pretty much how I am as well. Where it's like, man, I would love to get like a high, like, best rank on everything. And I start to do it, and then I start to get frustrated, and I'm like, alright, well, now I don't want to do it anymore. I get doing a challenge run and making your own fun in the game. Yeah. Kind of being able to set my own rules, I guess, makes it appealing. And, aside from, like, the forced challenge runs. Not where it needs perfection. Yeah. Yeah, I remember, this one sticks out a lot in what my brother does. He's, like, the person I think of when I think of people doing challenges like that, because he just does them all the time. I remember he told me when the Legacy Collections for Mega Man X came out, he loves Mega Man. He's the reason I even have any semblance of an interest in Mega Man. He introduced me to it, he introduced me to the Proto Man, everything. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna play through all of Mega Man X, every single game, without dashing. And that wasn't like a mode, that was just something that he decided to do. Because he could. And it's like, that's crazy. Yeah, I was hoping to find more sticks laying around, but, okay, have a nice time. Yeah, no, literally, like, he just sets those kinds of challenges for himself. He also used to, set up fight rings in Dark Souls all the time. And that was fun to watch. He'd, like, set it up to where he could, like, summon people, or people could come into his world. And he'd have, like, these lights that you could set down around in, like, a ring. And he would just fight people in a ring. Like, he would do that for hours. Never got into those, but they do seem fun. Yeah, I don't typically like, PvP stuff, but I love watching that kind of stuff. I get too nervous and jittery. I try to do PvP. Like, even Overwatch and games like that. I don't play a lot of games like Overwatch because of this exact thing. But I did get really into Overwatch for a bit. Even sometimes be a big team fight, suddenly I get jittery. Summon WoW, but mostly for mounts. Yeah, there was like a few mounts or a couple of titles I really wanted for specific characters that were PvP based, and I was just like, I guess I just am not getting these. Maybe one day. But yeah, Crossworlds Online thankfully doesn't feel too competitive in a way, you know? Like, it's definitely still competitive, but it doesn't feel as hard as something where I'm more directly competing, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I feel like I just walked in. Yeah, I kind of just walked in a circle. Yeah, we need to play Crossworlds at some point. Don't want to push it, but any chance you're available tomorrow night? We'll see. Potentially. But it's gonna depend on how hard the sleep stuff knocks me out. Because last time I did sleep treatment, it locked me into 16-hour nightmare realm. So, we'll see. Yeah, I made a Proto-Man like, hoverboard skin that looks like he's riding on his shield. Finish your Streets of Shadow Realm? Well, yeah. To be fair, I probably shouldn't have taken what they did for that, but I didn't know better. My dad gave me his prescription sleep stuff when I was a kid. I don't think I was supposed to take that. It was not prescribed to me, so I was going this way. And I think that is a direct correlation, but yeah. Hey, at least I lived, kind of. A vignette of your upbringing. Yeah. It's alright. I'm just gonna plop a bed down. and sleep until it's daytime again. No, I might start starving. Okay. There was fennel somewhere. I walked right by it. I probably should have grabbed it. That's when I did a 60. Oh, that's me starving. I was like, what the fuck? I also did a 16-hour coma from NyQuil once, right after. NyQuil sleep is very different from what I experienced. You do feel great after you wake up from like a NyQuil sleep. Because usually you're like sick. Oh wait, this is food. I only set the grace period for monsters to 5 days. So we'll see if I have a house to live in before that starts becoming a problem. I'd like to get out of bauxite territory before building. I dehydrated from the marching band parade, full uniform, stay before homecoming. Didn't want to miss it, so I missed the rest of the football game or halftime show and just turned myself off for 2/3 of the day. That's valid. I used to do that after soccer when I was playing soccer when I was younger, or after scouts, where I'd just knock out for a while. Though that was less because I had somewhere to be and more because I was exhausted and probably shouldn't have been doing soccer. Hindsight, homecoming dance wasn't worth it. You always think it's gonna be glorious, and then it's just a lot of people standing around eating the free food and the teachers yelling at other students because they're getting too close when they're dancing. At least that was my experience being at homecoming. And then going outside of the auditorium and sitting in the hallway in a circle and doing, like, you know, the kinds of games you play when you're sitting in a circle, like Truth or Dare or whatever. But nothing actually exciting. Oh, mushrooms! So many mushrooms. Oh, they're eating mushrooms, alright. They're just those, nice white ones that don't kill you. Unlike the other nice... What? Are they supposed to be? Yeah, these ones are fine. They're field mushrooms. They're like the real-life button mushrooms, you know? The ones that you saute with, like, other stuff. They're not like shiitake, but... These ones are fine. Now, if I find a wavy cap, those ones are also fine, but there are some side effects. I'll show you. There are a few new mushrooms in the update, so... Actually, I think there's like a handful. I think they added like 8 new ones. Had to acclimate to mushrooms, grew up not liking them at all. Same. I still sometimes get iffy about the texture of them, but I love the taste of mushrooms. Honestly, I think for most people, like, when you get older, you should try things that you didn't like as a kid because scientifically your taste buds do change. And that was kind of what I did with the mushrooms. It's like, I did not like them when I was a kid, but then I decided to try them again when I got a bit older, and I was like, oh, these are actually kind of good. Unless they're, like, overcooked and then they're rubbery and you're like, oh. And that's just sad. I will tell you, I have not tried cranberries again, though. That's how you die. Or how I die. Yeah, I like chalk. Chalk is good. So sad for you about that. Yeah, I have been told by many of the people, including my mother, who is the one that gave me the cranberry allergy, that cranberries are good. But I've also been told that I'm not missing much. I remember a story that I was once told of my mother when my parents were younger. My mom got, when they were like shopping for stuff to bring to the family, like gathering for Thanksgiving or whatever, when they were like engaged or whatever, my mom got a can of the cranberry sauce, you know, the really gelatinous, just can of cranberry sauce. And my dad was like, you cannot have that, because obviously he knew about my mom's horrible allergy. Mom's like, no, it's fine. It's not made with real cranberry. And then they spent Thanksgiving in the ER. My mom really liked cranberry. So that was sad for her, I'm sure. I have not tasted it in a very long time, so I don't know. I don't know if I ever actually did taste it, honestly. I just know that one day I was told that I was allergic to it. Worst version of them, but unfortunately very much real cranberry. Apparently just tempting enough for somebody who logically should not have it to have it. The forbidden cylinder. And then, shockingly, I've never really run into, Cranberry as much as I have living with, like, or just, like, in general being around my partner's family for holidays and stuff. Remember the first time I went to Thanksgiving, they had, like, this cranberry jello that I was told not to touch, so I did not. And then in this house right now, living with my partner's, like, family, there is always, and I mean always, cranberry juice in the fridge. There's cranberry grape juice in the fridge right now. And I'm always just like, wow. I'm usually not in proximity of that at all. I haven't really found a spot that speaks to me for building yet. I'd assume you'd know if it can hit you through proximity. Yeah, it's not an airborne thing. Thankfully. Cranberries are very much like I have to consume them in some sort of way. Or like touch them, kind of thing. I told you how my mom can't even be around cooking onions. Yeah, which is a rough one. Because onions are in a lot of stuff. Now, what I can't be around, what does, like, deal psychic damage just being around, is, like, walnuts and hazelnuts. Which is rough. I wasn't always allergic to them, at least, I don't think. Maybe I have been, but I don't know. Maybe not in the proximity, maybe it's gotten worse, but, like, maybe it was more mild when I was younger, but it definitely became a problem later. Yeah, like, I think I'm developing the hazelnut allergy. It's a rough one. Hopefully it's not as bad as mine. Like, I remember once, I had taken multiple days off of work for the Splatoon side order release, which was a couple of years ago. And I was just laying in bed, playing side order for like 4 days straight. But, my partner was, like, sitting in bed with me, watching me play, because I had a TV, like, set up in my room. So I could just lay in bed and play on my Switch. And he got, Toffifee, which is, like, a whole hazelnut wrapped in, like, toffee and some other stuff, I'm sure. But I remember him just... he was just eating it. He wasn't, like, super close to me. He didn't touch me or kiss me, anything like that. And my throat started to close up just from being in proximity. And I was like, you need to leave. That was, like, very early on to us finding out I had that allergy, so it's not like it was intentional. But, that's a pretty bad one. If it's bad. So hopefully it's not bad for you. It's me with gum. You're allergic to gum? I don't think we've talked about that one. That's rough. To just be in the proximity of somebody chewing gum. I haven't told you. I don't recall. I don't recall that one. Because I actually chew gum a lot. So, I would have remembered that so that I wasn't doing that anytime we'd be around. That is also a rough one. That is rough, because you can run into that anywhere. People love to chew gum. Me included. Not quite that bad, but I get hit by the gum fumes for opening a shipper of bubble tape at Target. I love to chew gum. The past tense of that is what really hurts. Yeah, I have... Right to my left, I have like a whole plastic, like, bulk pack of watermelon chewing gum. Just for when I'm feeling it. It helps me focus. Either gum or like hard candy really helps me to like focus when my ADHD is ADHDing. So I did daily all the time until I started getting minor anaphylaxis symptoms got worse. Oof. Yep, that'll do it. That was me with macadamia nuts. Subway has the like white chocolate macadamia chip cookies. Those are delicious. And I used to get them all the time. And then after a while, I was like, kinda dries my throat out. Must be a bad batch or something. And then I had the walnut incident and got the allergy test, and they're like, yeah, you have like a mild macadamia allergy. Now I'm not allowed to get them. Which, like, I will admit, sometimes when we get Subway, I do stare very intensely. And I'll be like, you know, I could just get one. And it's like my partner's slapping my hand away, like, no, don't do that. This'll kill me. Let's not eat that. I don't do it. That's the positive part, is that I don't actually get them. Because he doesn't let me. That's probably a good thing that I don't have to drive to work anymore. And thus don't have any more, like, free agency without my, impulse control dragon with me. think I'm set on food for the moment. I just need to find like a good looking place to set up home. You know what's a really cruel allergy of mine though? And I only say this because I am adopted Italian, and I'll explain what that means. I'm allergic to pesto. If you know anything about Italian food, they have a lot of pesto. But in the pesto, they use some kind of nut, if I remember correctly. I remember very specifically the allergy doctor telling me, like when he was listing off stuff that I shouldn't have anymore, pesto was one of them. And he said there was some kind of nut that I was allergic to that was in it. I don't remember exactly. I just have steered clear of it. But I'm apparently allergic to pesto, which makes it very hard. I have to now double check my Italian food. Not that I've had much Italian food lately, because there's not a lot of Italian food places around here. So that's in vegan pesto in place of cheese. Do they use it in dairy pesto too? Probably. It's probably part of it. Oh, is this a wavy cap? No, that's a cool skull cap. Pine nuts. Oh yeah, that's one of my big allergies. That makes sense. Gotta be careful with some hummuses too then. Yeah. I'm gonna say the thing that makes me sound dumb. That explains why hummus makes my throat itchy. I don't eat hummus too terribly much. But I was aware that it made my throat itchy, and that was why I did not like it that much. Not in all of them, some, especially restaurants, will top with it. That's most of the cases that I've tried it, is in different restaurants. And some places just top it with chicken. That's not, very you-friendly. We've got more mushrooms. Blessed with mushrooms. Oh, that is rough. There are 2 bears. Also, some places put egg in their garlic sauce. I knew about that, but I don't think about it very much. That would be inconvenient to make sure, yeah. You have to check that. It's very much like, I try to be, like, aware of allergies and preferences, especially now that I have so many of my own, like, so many of my own allergies. So I have to remind myself of things like that. So I am making a mental note that yes, the garlic sauce does have egg in it a lot. Yeah, it is not traditional. It's like it's like a, like, what is it called? American fusion, like Italian thing. Putting egg in it. I'm sure, like, the reasoning for it is like, oh, it makes it creamier or whatever, but okay, whip your sauce more. Yeah, exactly. Put some more air in it. Or I'm being sassy about it. No, it's fine. Again, I'm adopted Italian, so I get being sassy about Italian recipes. I get a little uptight about it myself. There was actually a period of time in my life where I wanted to be a chef. Like, I wanted that to be my profession. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to culinary school. I'm gonna be a chef. And if you know anything about me, which if you don't know anything about me, you're about to learn something about me. I can't cook. And this isn't like a, oh, I never learned, I was never taught, yada yada. No, I was taught. I was taught a little bit. Um, I watched a lot of Food Network. I know things. I can't tell if a pot of water is boiling. And that's kind of necessary. I'm waiting. So, let me explain. Let me explain. I know there is there is a visual indicator for when a pot of water is boiling, which are bubbles. But I don't understand what the appropriate amount of bubbling is for when it is boiling. Like, I understand that like a rolling boil exists, but like I don't understand the difference. And I have undercooked many a boxes of mac and cheese because of this. I am a lot better at baking because baking is like, okay, it's science. It's like, all cooking is science, but it's like down to the very specific number, so it's like, I can't fuck this up. And as far as like the cooking process goes, it's like, okay, I don't have to sit here and watch it. There isn't a visual indicator for most things, aside from like checking with the toothpick and stuff like that. I can do that. I can't tell when there is enough bubbles for something to boil. I can't tell when something is seared. I can't tell how long I have to wait for something to be on one side before it is fully cooked. I will just sit there and flip it over and over and over, and then suddenly one side is burned because I left it on the side for the same amount of time I already was, and I don't fucking get it. You have to get it right at the start, though. Cooking I can tweak as I go. I can't tell when something is baked through. I can do all of that, too. We are opposites. If I fail at baking something, I'm like, okay, there is a clear indication of what I did wrong. Like, I can deduce that. I can't with cooking. I can't. I'm just like, things have gone wrong, and I don't know why. Man, I do all that oh, flipping too. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just like... I am not good at it. I am not good at it at all. So... I don't do it. I do the baking. I love baking. I like making bread, making cake, making cookies, macarons. I love making macarons. Being attacked. Leave me alone! I'm gonna die to a pig. Not to be the vegan in the chat, but it got infinitely easier for me to learn how to cook because I was so worried about undercooking stuff. That's fair. I don't know how to tell when a vegetable is cooked either. So the one thing that I know how to cook on the stove, aside from like, I have this like recipe for this like apple strawberry jam panini, which is very good. Very tasty. But the only thing I know how to cook on the stove is curry. Because I love curry. And it's my own recipe, which isn't saying much because I still use like a pre-made curry mix. But god damn it, it's my own recipe. And I hope to God that everything's cooked. I can tell when the chicken is cooked because it changes color, and I can stick it with the thermometer. I don't know how to tell that the sweet potatoes are cooked. I I don't know. I just stare and I'm like, I think it has been the appropriate amount of time. And forget even cooking the rice. I had what is it called? A pressure cooker for that. I was not gonna figure out how to cook rice. That'd be the crunchiest rice you've ever had. Either because I burned it or I undercooked it. Okay, where am I going? I'm we're just go south. Don't go in the water. You get a rice cooker set up sometime. I believe I need a new pressure cooker when we move. I believe my old roommate took the one that I had. I gotta hop out though, mentally prep for meeting. That's fair. Good luck with the meeting. I will be here. Looking for a place to build. Yeah, you too. Thanks for stopping in and chatting. And I'll catch you next week, hopefully. I think it should be light out by the time we wake up. Yeah. Scooting my chair a little closer. Fortunately, I don't. Um, Unfortunately, if I don't find a place to build soon, I'm gonna just have to make a temporary dirt hut. I think this is back over by where I spawned. Yeah. I'm just gonna go south from here. Man, fennel does not give back a lot of hunger. Oh. Okay. That was just my game. Ooh. Is this like multiple houses together? That's what it looks like. Or just one really big house? Oh, it's a lot smaller now that I'm closer. Well, it is still like multiple buildings. What's your name? McCrae. Commodities. Sprague, you're a clothing merchant. You're a luxuries merchant. Okay. Let's call it Trader Village. Because it's multiple of them. I don't know what else to call it. But I was right. It was multiple houses. Is that a rapids? Yes. Interesting. If at all possible, I would like my home to be near a rapids or close enough to being able to redirect a rapids to it. Because I would like to play with the water wheel. I haven't toyed with it at all yet. Seems like potentially a fun thing to have as a means of power. Oh, carts. See, that's why we wanted to get out of the bauxite zone, because, like, there's just, like, no ore over there. It's good to know where bauxite is, but... Eesh. coolest cone cap. Oh, nothing that's jumping out at me. Okay. I might... Yeah, I think I'm gonna... So, this is an issue that I was having before with Vintage Story and running my 3D model at the same time. I had some issues with my computer just not wanting to run them both. So for the time being, just for a little bit, I'm going to swap to this guy. And it's still an accurate representation of me. It's just not as expressive. And we'll see if that improves anything. That instantly fell. That instantly did something. Okay. Yeah, I need to get a better processor at some point so that I can play this game and have my model running at a more consistent rate. Because sometimes it likes to work fine and sometimes it just doesn't want to play nice at all. So that's beautiful. I didn't even notice the traitor. It was very clearly in view. Building materials. Is this a rapids? Because if it is, it's not. This is just a normal water flow. Man, I was gonna say, if that is a rapids, I might actually settle down around here because it's really pretty. Like this little alcove here. Oh. Oh, bird trees. Oops. The wrong button. Trying to, grab the edge. I want to know what these fruit trees are. Oh, right by Liberty Caps. Pear tree. And cherry tree. Another one. Another pear tree. You get a lot of pear trees in like the temperate areas, I've noticed. Pig's trying to get me. At least that was a very small cave-in. Could have been worse. Oh, okay. Froze for a second. Whoa. This looks really cool. These are rapids. So's that. I will consider this spot. It's alright. It has rapids. It looks fine. But it's still not getting me. I'm not struck by divine inspiration yet. That could have been really bad. Oh, chart. I like the way chart looks. It's very pretty. I'm building a house out of chart on one of my other saves, because the character that I'm, like, role-playing as in that save, just by myself, really likes the color red, and he would definitely build his house out of all red blocks. So, oof. I don't know why I'm still getting raindrops. But that's okay. Was that rapids? I think so. I have such a hard time telling, but I think this is a rapids. They're usually very loud, but it's raining, so it's hard to tell if that is particularly loud or not. Oh man, lack of sleep is really getting me. Sorry, I'm thinking. Oh. This is a rapids. Like, I can clearly hear that it's going fast. And this area has, like, a lot of flat space to build, but I'm still not feeling it. Yeah, let's just walk around. Swimming will take forever. I don't know what happened to one of those cuttings. It just disappeared, I guess. Oh, big ruins. Oh, and hot springs. Man, pigs are so much more aggressive now. I fear that I will be out here for far too long. And that the monsters are going to start to spawn. A huge mountain. Look at that. Can't even see the top of it. now I'm just like running around and like looking for a place to build. But I do just want to say, I do appreciate people hanging out with me, and I hope you are at least entertained by my antics. We'll find a spot soon. Okay, I'm gonna mark this spot because I want strawberries. Like, everywhere. I want to have just an insane amount of strawberry plants by wherever I build my house. But I don't have the inventory space to just take a bunch of cuttings right now. Honestly, this is gonna be crazy, I know, but I feel like we need to go in a different direction. I feel like scenery was very nice up here. I just wasn't finding the best spot. Thank goodness for death caps. Let's go this way. Through the bauxite desert. So this is gravel, so this isn't a desert, is it? Oh shit, Firefly! Alright, that's marked for later. I like that random floating piece. This place is pretty. But is there a rapids? That might be a rapids. If that's a rapids, we're in business. That's a rapids. We did it. Alright. Huh. Interesting. This is a very interesting area, I really like it. Okay. Doesn't matter, like, where we're gonna put the main house for the moment. Right now we just need a temporary setup. So we'll just start that right now. I think we can do like cob and like sod roof. That would look nice for a while. And then we need grass. Cob is very efficient. I haven't actually, like, used it before. I like that it makes 10 blocks out of 4. Good thing I settled down somewhere. Probably just do, like, a packed dirt floor so that it doesn't grow grass. Because that's a little bit annoying to deal with when you have an active fire pit in the middle, you know? That's good. No, that works. Oh shit, I have no wood. I forgot about a crucial component of, like, surviving. I also have to make a door. There. Yay! We have kind of a house. We have some semblance of a house. Need bowl. Need a crucible. And what else? I'm risking Pete somewhere. thought it was nearby. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, let's just sleep. I hate the beginning when you have to use the crude door because of that, what exactly just happened. I'm gonna start raging about that door. What the heck? I don't think those captains ever really existed. should start fishing soon. I forgot that fishing was added for, like, a good minute. Never have too many sticks. Oh, there's a cherry tree. Oh, I love cherries. Yeah, let's do worm grunting real quick. I'm not finding any more worms. Well, 7's gonna have to do. Let's see if I can fish here. Did I get anything? No, I just lost my bait. Let's try this one over here. This also looks kind of just like a puddle. That one's definitely a puddle. Let's go up where the rapids is coming from, because it does look like there's a pond up there. Might be able to fish there. I think we can fish here, actually. Oh, got one. Dead moonfish. It sure does take a while to catch anything from this pond, I'll tell you what. Oh. Okay, I can at least eat these, but I am gonna get a little fucked up. It was actually hard to tell when the bobber is, like, going down because a fish is on it, or when I'm hallucinating it. I'm just waiting for bubbles. Yeah? Let's cook that up, because I am hungry. Oh, this stuff is done. Looks like my high is wearing off finally. I think I can still get a couple fish before it gets completely dark. I actually used to go fishing a lot when I was younger. It was always like a catch and release thing. I don't think we ever actually ate anything that we caught. But I was apparently really good at, like, hooking the worms. So everybody made me do it all the time. I haven't gone fishing in years. And probably couldn't do it anymore. Let's see if we have any better luck up here, like I was originally gonna go to. Just catching fish at that little pond is so slow. Oops, forgot to put bait on it. Juvenile. I know you can use the juvenile fish to catch even bigger fish, just like free bait. Getting too close to when monsters are actually gonna start spawning. Gotta make sure my base is lit up and ready. Shit. And I think after this fish stew's done being made, I'm gonna call it for tonight. Just because I am still tired. Probably gonna lay down. Nice. Alright. I think that's gonna call it for right now. I'll definitely have to figure out performance stuff with my model and Vintage Story. I really love playing Vintage Story and having my model active, but it's just like, a thing. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Just give me 1 second and then we'll wrap up. I do once again want to remind, next week is my birthday. So I will be doing a special birthday bash, and I'd really appreciate if you could be there to celebrate with me. We're just going to be playing some games over 4 days of the week. I usually only stream once a week, so it's a big event. For next Tuesday, so it's all going to start next Tuesday, June 2nd. That will be Hyper Light Drifter, which is my favorite game. Sorry, Warudo thing was loading. That's my favorite game of all time. I haven't played it in a few years. We'll see if it still is my favorite game of all time. Here, let me just swap over to here anyway, because I'm gonna be in here in a second anyway. Hang on. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so Tuesday, we will be doing Hyper Light Drifter, my favorite game. We'll see how far we get. Then Wednesday is my actual birthday, June 3rd. We'll be doing some shiny hunting, hopefully getting a Chosen One shiny Cyndaquil. That is the goal. Then Thursday, I will not be live, but Friday, I'll be back. I'll be playing Repo with my friends, Rags, King, and Sunny. And then Saturday, I will be playing Peak with Sunny. It should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to doing it. Really hoping you guys will show up. It should be awesome. Now, I'm going to go ahead and send y'all over to someone else. Let's see. I can send you on over